Good morning, friends. Myself, Dr. Naval Singh Todawat, Assistant Professor in the subject of Botany, Morishore Arts, Science and Commerce College, Bokardan. Friends, for the student of BSc third year, we are discussing on the topic of the cell cycle. What is cell cycle and what plays the process in the cellular division? Before touching the aspect of the cell cycle, we have to know the basic things regarding the cell's genetic material and some terminology. Friends, cell division is a process which gives birth to the new cell. But there are different types of stages. One is mitosis and another is meiosis. When we talk about the mitosis, we see that in mitosis cells goes under the 6 steps: interphase, metaphase, anaphase, prophase, telophase, and the last one, that is cytokinosis. In each stage, the nucleus and the chromosomes which are present in the nucleus in an individual stage or in a particular stage, the chromosomes forms a specific location or lie in a equatorial zone. If you look out the one by one stage, it comes in our mind. In the nucleus, when the nuclear envelope or the covering of the nucleus is break down, at that time the two poles that are opposite to each other are formed in the cytoplasmic space or matter, and they develop a fibrous like material, and such material is attached to the centromere in the chromosomes. As the stages move forward, these chromosomes are attached by the fibers. These fibers become condensed and thick in the nature. As these fibers become condensed, the chromosomes are to be split because of the tensions in the fibers. And after splitting the chromosomes from the centromere, one thread, chromatin thread, goes to the southern pole and the another part goes to the northern pole. And in the next stage, this cells goes under cytokinosis, means the division of cytoplasm and organelles, and the phragmoplast is developed to forming a new cell. So in short, this is a process of mitosis in the cell division. In mitosis, cell gives birth to the identical cell. One cell will give birth to the two identical cell or exact copy of the parental cell. So we'll move towards by looking the basic things of the cell cycle or cell division. Look out here. We all know that all cells comes from pre-existing ones, means from the parent cell. Well, new cells are produced for growth and to replace damaged or old cells. Whenever the organisms is injured or damaged, at that time the cells needs to be developed, and in such a way the cells are to be replaced or for the purpose of the growth. Cells differ in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Cells such as in bacteria, which lies in Monera, and cells such as in protists, fungi, plants, and animals. What do you mean by keeping cells identical? To draw an exact copy of the mother cell, or you can call it as a Xerox copy of a cell. Instruction for making cell parts are encoded in the DNA. Whatever the information required for the preparing this cell, such information is enclosed or encoded in the DNA. That is, a new cell must get a complete set of a DNA molecules with the traits and most of the characters. So one thing is clear, in DNA, instruction for preparing or making a cell parts is encoded. And what does this DNA do? This must give a complete set of DNA molecules to a new cell. Now look out to the DNA replication. What is DNA replication? DNA must copy or replicated before cell division. Look out to the original DNA strand, and just to the at the lower side of the figure you can find out that is two new identical DNA strands. What it says, DNA must replicate its copies before cell division, because the set of DNA with a character must go to each cell. That is why it says DNA must replicate before cell division, and each new cell will then have an identical copy of the DNA. That is the purpose. Before going to the cell division, DNA must replicate. Look out the figure of the identical daughter cells, where the first figure, that is of the parent cell, showing the nucleus, the chromatin material in it. This parent cell gives rise to two identical daughter cells. Means two cells are there and they have given birth to the two cells, but what is the nature? Each and every character of the DNA, a set of the DNA molecules, are sent as a identical copy to the daughter cells. Chromosomes long arm, short arm, which is connected by the centromere. They are the set of the two chromatids. See, we can look out to the prokaryotic chromosomes. This is the structure of the bacterial cell. See this bacterial chromosomes, plasmids. The DNA of a prokaryote is one circular chromosomes attached to the inside of the cell membrane, which is attached to the cell membrane in the prokaryotes or in the bacterial cell. How it is? It is the circular chromosomes. What the plasmid is there? The plasmids are the a short circular DNA like the material which helps to send the eukaryotic chromosomes. Eukaryotic cells store genetic information in chromosomes. Most eukaryotes have between 10 and 50 chromosomes in their body cells. That means, as we know, in eukaryotes, most of the organisms such as fungi, plants, animals are includes in eukaryotes, and in eukaryotes we find 10 and 50 chromosomes in their body cells. While talking about the human body cells, we have 46 chromosomes or 23 identical chromosomes. See the picture of the chromosomes in the instant that we see, that is of the chromosomes. Now eukaryotic chromosomes. Each chromosomes is composed of a single tightly coiled DNA molecule. In chromosomes, whatever the DNA molecule is, that is coiled tightly and a single DNA molecule. Chromosomes can't be seen when cells are not dividing and are called chromatin. I repeat, chromosomes cannot be seen when cells are not dividing and are called chromatin. When the cells are not dividing and the chromosomes which are present at undividing cells, then they are to be called as chromatin, which are uncoiled. Compacting DNA into chromosomes. Well, we see the proteins. DNA is tightly coiled around proteins that are called histones. When the proteins are attached to the DNA and they which are coiled, such proteins are called as histones. Core of 8 histone molecules. Histone H1. Look at the diagram. It is visible clearly. Chromosomes in dividing cells. So you can observe the short arm and long arm of chromosomes. How two chromatids are attached by binding the centromere, that are called sister chromatids, which are identical to each other. You can see in the diagram A, which is shaded by somewhat blue color. See how the DNA is coiled in the chromosomes, and these two chromatids which are attached by means of centromere. Look at the figure. So duplicated chromosomes are called chromatids and are held together by the centromere. Whereas there is difference between chromatin and chromatid. Look at, don't be confused. Chromosomes can't be seen when cells are not dividing and are called chromatin. Okay, I am trying to explain these things. These chromatins and chromatids, these two words are showing the different meaning and different terms are used. But chromatin and chromatids are somewhat confusing, but one has to keep in mind. When it is called chromatids, duplicated chromosomes are called chromatids and they are attached or held together by the centromere. This is the difference between the chromatin and chromatids. Chromatins are present, the chromosomes are present in the cell which are undividing, are not dividing, doesn't going for the cell division. In that stage, then they are to be called as the chromatin. Next, see the karyotypes, which is prepared of the different or various types of the chromosomes, and it is designated as XX for female and XY for male. Okay, a picture of the chromosomes from a human cell arranged in a pair by size. They are arranged in a pair and you can see they are more in 23 in numbers. While counting it, they are the chromosomes in the karyotype have been designated or have been shown by different types of color. The purpose behind the different types of colors designate or shows different traits or characters present in the chromosomes. First 22 pairs are called autosomes. First 22 pairs of the human chromosomes, which are 23, are called autosomes. Last pair are the sex chromosomes. That is 23rd one. Okay, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Well, the last one means of all of the 23 chromosomes of the human, 22 pairs are autosomes and the last one is the sex chromosome. That is it might be female or male chromosome. When the chromosomes represent with the double X, then they are to be female chromosomes, or when they are showing the XY, then they are as a male chromosomes. Boy or girl? Y chromosomes decides. See the X chromosomes and the Y chromosomes in the the diagrams. Look out at the figures. Cell reproductions. Types of cell reproductions. So friends, the slides which are shown in the lecture or video series are taken from the slideshare.net.com. I am very thankful to the author. I am not claiming on such material, but it is just a reference purpose for the teaching mode. Till then, we'll have rest of the part in our next lecture series or next videos. Thank you.